You do not sell your Bitcoin.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging markets. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Bitcoin and crypto pumping over 85,000. Yes, you heard that correct. Remember, guys, we have the bond market closed today. As yield rates get to moving, we know the market is going to be pulling back. It just depends on how much yield rates move up or down. And don't forget, guys, on Friday we have options, and especially in the stock market, we're going to have a pullback. So if you're a trader, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had on Friday, short end was up, long end down. Right now, we have the dollar strong. And if the dollar stays this strong and yield rates move up again, that's going to affect markets. Also, we have volume and crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo was at $163 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. Again, today is closed. It'll open tomorrow. So we'll know the repo amount at about 1:15 Eastern Standard Time. Now, we have Bitcoin and crypto pumping, and we know going towards the end of the month, Bitcoin and crypto pulls back. We know futures contracts in. Now, because we have the potential shutdown, will Janet Yellen pull off the same thing she did last year? Remember, when they did the emergency measures, because they couldn't come to an agreement, she was pulling from pensions. And that money was going inside the stock market. And then plus, we have a lot of geopolitical events going on. And then plus, we know Trump takes over. And that's all you keep hearing from mainstream media are tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. And why is that, guys? If you have majority of the workforce sitting at home, you have to get the taxes from somewhere. But remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases, not something that's going to happen overnight. But we know we're going to have that black swan where people are going to be sitting at home and the machines are ready to take over. But all these promises from Trump, remember, he's speaking to the corporation. And I did a video last night talking about the power of AI. And the technology is clearly ready, especially for these repetitive jobs. And in the labor market, we're seeing layoff after layoff. And when it comes to the mainstream media, they're letting you know all the problems that are in the legacy market, but they also let you know the fix, and that's AI. Now, in the stock premium Patreon account, I put a video in there, so therefore you can look ahead. Because in the first quarter, we always have a pullback, but we do have to look at Janet Yellen. But then also Elon stated there's going to be some pain in order to cut this deficit. But then you also have to remember that's the distraction. They want to get rid of this legacy market so then therefore they can bring in the machines. And who's in charge of the machines? That's right, Elon. So whether it's in the Patreons, whether it's on YouTube, I've mapped out exactly what they're going to be doing in the physical realm. Now, in the spiritual realm, of course, guys, I saved that for the book. But over these next 3 years, we're definitely going to be in a movie. And then we know 2028 to 2029 is Schmeet's a year. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs hit all-time highs, and Ethereum spot ETFs are up also. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have Donald Trump benefiting off the peanut pump. Meme coins pumping. Solana meme coins smashed through $15 billion. But remember, once we get crypto regulation, all these coins are going to fall by the wayside. So if you're a trader, make sure you're taking advantage. Not your financial advice, not financial advice. Please do your own research. And we have MicroStrategy, which should say Morgan Stanley, and now BlackRock buys another 27,200 Bitcoin for $2 billion. And profits right now are at $11 billion. And lastly, the movies continue. We have Alameda Research sues Wave's founder to get back $90 million. And also FTX sues Binance and CZ for $1.8 billion. And they're stating that Alameda Research didn't have the funds at the time of the transaction made with Binance and CZ. But guys, when you look at all the money that after the bankruptcy of FTX and it went down, all that money that was found, it is unbelievable. And remember what Mark Yusko stated, not me. Mark Yusko stated it was a big money laundering scheme. And that's exactly what it looks like. Because we know the banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book. Plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.